Creating Innovative Uses of Technology, an Individual Project by Rita Prokopets for EDU 709. Thank you, Professor, colleagues, for the opportunity to share with you my screencast on my individual project. The two web tools I chose to include in my creating project are Live Binders and VoiceThread. My two lessons focus on how my adult English language learners can use these tools to improve their language skills, and also on how working with these tools can help the students become self-regulated learners. Lesson 1. Live Binders. Lesson 1 of my individual project has the main focus on writing, more specifically, paragraph writing. And the level of the task is aligned with the industry standards for the Canadian Language Benchmarks, CLB. In my particular case, the level is CLB 6. Here is the link to the guide all the instructors of adult English as an additional language must use for their lesson planning. Rationale. Why an online binder? As you can see, I have been interested in online portfolios for a while now. However, I only had the chance to learn more about electronic portfolios in my previous course. Here is some information on a research paper I conducted in a previous course. Since this was a new tool for me, I felt I had to learn more about it before actually asking my groups of learners to learn with it. Therefore, I chose to experiment with the Live Binders tool first. And here is the link to one of my very first e-binders. I provided a definition, purpose, audience, rationale, procedures to follow. And here is the link to one of my binders' shelf. I have since created a few different live binders, some on grammar, some on how to create a live binder, and this particular one here I included in my lesson planning for this assignment. As I was a little bit unsure how the whole idea would be received by my students or colleagues, I posted a sample of my e-binder in my Twitter account, and a colleague gave me a positive feedback, so I thought that was a good thing. Purpose. Why online binders for language learning? There are many good reasons. They are convenient, they are free, they allow for anytime, anywhere learning, they allow for individualized teaching, among other reasons. In addition, as you can see, among the reasons listed, they would help my learners become self-directed language learners. I was able to see some of this behavior during spring break when some of my learners chose to work on their optional online writing assignments during their new electronic binders. Therefore, among the many reasons I chose this innovative tool for my learners are: the tool is user-friendly, it provides a platform for the creation of the binder, and a place for my learners to build their personal learning environment. And as the focus of my lesson 1 is on writing, the e-binders provide a place for my learners to create their work, revisit their paragraph, improve on it, collaborate with others if they wish, share and reflect on what they learned. Technology. What is required for students to use this tool? My students need to have a computer with internet access, adequate typing skills, ability to click on a link and navigate between pages. And of course, willingness to try this new technology. Students are not required to have an account if they only wish to view the binders. However, an account is required in order to create a binder or collaborate. The account is free at livebinders.com, and here is the link. Language skills. What language skills would the students be using? For the purpose of Lesson 1, I chose paragraph writing. Some of my students have already had a chance to work on this task, and I was quite pleased with the results. The students who chose to participate were able to revise their work, reflect on the revisions made, and consequently provide evidence of learning. Sample of a live binder. What does an electronic binder look like? This is a sample I created as a resource to help my learners with their writing task. And this is my short 2-slide video that I did as my screencast trial version. And it goes in line with my lesson. I included another slide share on paragraph writing and one more on topic sentence to help my learners. As you can see, Live Binders is an innovative tool that I can use with my adult language learners to enhance teaching and learning. Lesson 2. VoiceThread. Lesson 2 of my individual project has the main focus on speaking. More specifically, social interaction, sharing information, and getting things done. The level of the task is aligned with the industry standards for the Canadian Language Benchmarks, or CLB. Once again, here is the link to the guide. As mentioned before, all instructors of adult English as an additional language must include the suggested tasks from this guide in their lesson planning. Rationale. Why an online chat? Although my learners are quite comfortable doing role play in the classroom, the dialogues are not recorded and therefore cannot be changed. With VoiceThread, the learners can listen to the task, prepare at a convenient time, and then record the message as often as required. In addition, administration would have evidence of progress based on the various tasks displayed throughout the term. Purpose. Why an online speaking task for language learning? Speaking comfortably in another language is the main goal of all language learners. Therefore, by having an online, personal speaking environment, my learners would have an opportunity to play my messages as often as required before completing their tasks. Therefore, they would improve both listening and speaking skills. The speaking tasks are level appropriate, learner-centered, contextualized, and based on familiar themes the learners would encounter in the real world. Therefore, among the many reasons I chose this innovative tool for my learners are: the tool is user-friendly, it provides a platform for the creation of relevant speaking tasks tasks, and it provides a place for my learners to build their personal speaking environment. And as the focus of my lesson 2 is on 3 of the 4 speaking competencies of CLB 6, this platform provides my learners with the opportunity to show their strengths and weaknesses so they can work on achieving the necessary proficiency to complete the level. Technology. What is required for students to use this tool? My students need to have a computer with internet access and either a microphone and speakers, a telephone, or a webcam. A cell phone is not recommended for VoiceThread as there may be additional charges. When choosing to leave a text message, typing skills would be required. Most importantly, however, the students must express their willingness to try the new technology. Students are required to choose an identity and sign up for an account. The account is free at voicethread.com, and here is the link. Language skills. What language skills would the students be using? For the purpose of Lesson 2, I chose to have my students practice introductions, requests, and answering an interview question. I am pleased to say that some of my students have already had a chance to work on this task, and I was quite pleased with the results. The students who chose to participate were able to record their original messages, receive feedback, record them once again, and afterwards reflect on the revisions made. I have been given permission by the students to share the link to our voice thread with you here today. And here it is. Hello class. One of your tasks in your Canadian Language Benchmarks Level 6 class is to be able to introduce a guest speaker. Today, your task is to introduce your instructor to someone else. Good luck. Task 2. Hello class. One of the tasks in your Canadian Language Benchmarks Level 6 class is to be able to share information. Today, your task is to answer questions about your educational background, your work experience, and skills, as if you were in a job interview. So the question is, tell me about yourself. Good luck. Task 3. Class, one of the competencies in your Canadian Language Benchmark 6 class is to be able to get things done. Today, your task is to make a request. You need to leave class early today for an appointment. In addition, you need to arrive a little late tomorrow because you have an appointment with a school counselor regarding your classes for the fall. Therefore, your task is to greet your instructor, request the time off, explain the reasons, offer a solution, and thank your instructor. Thank you. So, what does a voice thread look like? I just showed you a sample of the voice thread I created as a resource to help my learners practice their listening and speaking skills. I included tasks in 3 of the 4 competencies as outlined in the CLB guide. As in the case of live binders, VoiceThread is an innovative tool that I can use with my adult language learners to enhance teaching and learning. Thank you, Professor, colleagues, for the opportunity to share with you my screencast of my individual project on these 2 innovative uses of technology, live binders and VoiceThread. Thank you.